Hi, my name is Maggie Giele and I am an award-winning business and marketing strategist. I'm also the creator of the Content Quest, a geek-themed virtual event on creating and batching a lot of content to skyrocket your business and your growth. Today I'm going to talk to you about blog content to increase leads. Now, you might be thinking, why would my blog be increasing leads and how do I even get started? So we're going to cover that very quickly as an overview so you can actually get some work done and create some content and, make some more money. So one of the biggest reasons for you to actually have a blog is visibility. But it's visibility in a strategic sense. You want to get visibility to the right people and use your content to show them and convince them that you can help them in their problem area and they should basically hire you or buy from you. So there's a couple things, there are actually 4 pillar things that your blog should cover, and I strongly suggest that you start with these before you go on to blog content. Now, it's totally fine if you feel inspired by something or a conversation you had and you really just want to write a blog post about that or a specific problem that someone's encountered, like a tech tutorial, then go for it. But if you are looking to create strategic content and a blog or content that can actually help you convert an audience who's reading your content into paying customers, then listen up. So there are 4 pieces of content that I would like you all to create. But before you start with that, it all comes back to your audience. Very deep understanding of your audience is the crux of a successful online business. If you're an offline business, it's pretty simple. There's a limited number of people because you're in a geographical area, so it's in-person networking, and at a certain point, that pool of potential customers finishes. With online, that pool of customers is massive because it's international. So you have to be sure that you're connecting to a very specific target audience. I like to look at 2 things, the demographics and psychographics of your dream clients or customers. Demographics are fairly straightforward. That's like age, any specific traits like married or have children or an industry they're in. And psychographics are my favorite. Those are personality traits. So I say I have this on my website that I work with fiercely dedicated entrepreneurs because that trait is something that's very important for my dream clients to have. So do a deep research of your audience. I strongly suggest getting on some market research calls so that you can actually get the crux of the problems that they have versus just sticking to the surface level stuff, which is what you tend to get when you ask in Facebook groups about what challenges someone has. So back to the point for today. There are 4 main topics or areas that your blog content should cover so that you can increase your chance of getting more leads through it. The first one is frequently asked questions. That's a very easy place to start. So have a look at emails you've gotten or even questions you've seen come up online on your area. This could be if you're a logo designer, why you should pay for a logo, or why a logo is actually necessary when you're starting a business. For me as a strategist, I really see very often what's the difference between a coach and a strategist, or why do you even need a strategist? So have a think about what questions you've seen come up, and write a few blog posts or even just one answering one of those frequently asked questions. The second point is common objections. So back to our logo designer example, you could write a blog post about why you should not buy a logo off of Fiverr and why you should actually pay a professional logo designer more money. And what are the differences? Because the idea here is that you use your blog content so that people get a bigger and deeper understanding of your process, what you do, so they are more able to see the value, or you are more able to show them the value of your work and why they need you in their life or in their business. Third point is looking at behind the scenes, and this is really, really important if you are a product maker or if you're a more premium business. So for example, as a product maker, you can walk people through all the steps that you take in your process of sourcing material, designing, creating, so that people know, all right, that final product is worth something. If you are a more premium business, as mentioned, and a potential obstacle or potential reason people might be uncertain of buying from you or hiring you is that they're not really sure what they're going to get. So you want to really manage those expectations so people are like, okay, if I pay this person, here's what's going to happen next. And behind the scenes blog posts are such a great way to show that, because you're walking people through the entire process and explain to them, here's what you get, here's how I can help you, and here's the transformation you get working with me. The last thing for blog content is solving tiny problems. So you don't need to use your blog to solve every single problem that your audience has, because, well, let's face it, you won't get paid for your time. So that's not the best strategy either. But you do want to help them solve tiny problems themselves. This really showcases your value and your knowledge, helps you establish yourself as an expert or an authority figure, and really helps people out. And that karma, that good karma, is going to come back to you. As a very straightforward example, let's say you're a VA, a virtual assistant, and you write a blog post on how do you organize your desktop files. So someone can read that blog post and pretty easily take that process and reorganize the desktop files. So they already know, wow, like this person like knows their stuff, they've already helped me, and if this is something I get for free, now working with her must be really worth it. Like, how much more would I get if I paid her? So these are the 4 things that any blog content or any blog for a business should start covering. You don't have to do all of them right now, but I do strongly recommend that you pick one and do it and go from there. So you have less of that question of like, okay, what do I actually write to my audience? Like, what do they actually want to know about? So as a summary, these are the 4 things: frequently asked questions, common objections, behind the scenes, and solving tiny problems. So I hope this was helpful, and the only thing I can say is, again, make sure you spend a lot of time understanding your audience. I can tell you my business has completely exploded, and it's all come down to me really reaching out and trying to understand my audience better and better, and my clients better. And once you kind of hit that, and once you start understanding them, all the blog content on your newsletters, they can all stem from that understanding. So I wish you well. May the force be with you, and I hope you kick ass with your blog and your content and make lots of money with your business. If you have any questions for me, you can reach me at hello@maggiegiele.com or at Instagram @maggiegiele. Bye!